thought transmission to me is a very big type of evidence. It's not empirical, it's not tangible evidence. It's all just, we kind of assume theoretical evidence, but I take it as that, right? I identify it as evidence for all of us having this hive mind, all of us being connected, and on some level, separation really just being flat out an illusion. And I love it, and I enjoy doing it, and I have been doing it potentially ever since I existed, because I know that back in the days I had like premonitions, I could see in the future. I saw things, I heard things. I sometimes even heard somebody specific say something in my mind, and then 5 minutes later, that person would actually say that. And ever since I discovered that this is apparently something normal and not weird, and I'm not possessed by the devil or demons for doing this crap, right? I practice that too. But I need you to understand that thought transmission, as much as it is fun and enjoyable, and it's definitely something that I would encourage all of you to do, because it kind of opens up your little brain, your little narrow mindset box opens up to whatever may come, right? Whatever resonates with you. I encourage you to do this and to practice this, but please, Jesus fucking Christ, do not use this to thought transmit a relationship into somebody's head. The people who are telling you that you just need to think really hard about something, or ignore something, or push something away, or persist like a motherfucker while bullshitting yourself. Those people don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand shit about the human brain. They don't understand shit about the universe. They don't understand shit about quantum mechanics. None of it. I'm sorry, but that's the fucking truth. Okay, so you need to really understand this. The majority of those strategies, those quick fixes, those gimmicks, those the 10,000 affirmation challenge. I don't think I ever spoke about this one. It's more than a year ago. I know that the hype died down already, but I did not really want to talk about this back then, because I don't like fighting against things. Really not. If I were to constantly fight against those misinformations and dipshit people out there, I would never find the time to do my own crap, right? I would never find the time to actually create my own content and teach that stuff to you. So I didn't do it at the time, but I did some research on that, of course, and I did talk to a few people who had questions about this topic. And it's just the biggest bullshit in the universe. If you want to know the background of the 10,000 affirmations challenge, it was a marketing geek. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know who came up with this. All I know is that there was some weird ass girl called Viper My Asshole on Twitter who read an article on stroke victim and their treatments for when they, for instance, lose function over their left arm after having a stroke. Okay, that with the help of neuroplasticity, you can get some function of that arm back by rewiring your brain so that other areas that have not been affected by the stroke of your brain can take over maybe 20% of the function of your arm. And there was some kind of example of how many repetitions they do for those specific tasks, which is, mind you, not an affirmation, okay? Which is the visualization of something and then the actual movement. So it's two, it's the mental and the physical realm. That's also something that people are just completely forgetting about. They think they can just affirm and that's all they have to do. It's bullshit, right? And there was like, let's say the doctor or the nurse in that article said, like, we need to have at least 100 repetitions per week to make this thing, to get this thing going, get the juices flowing, right? And then this Viper My Asshole girl, I don't know, took out her iPhone, put in some numbers, and then just proudly presented it. The solution is, if I say Jeremy loves me and only me 10,000 times, it means it's true and it has to manifest. And then assholes like Sorry, Sammy Ingram, and what other idiots out there took this opportunity, jumped on it, and made money from it. That's it. And then said, well, science proves it because the original idea stems from, again, a stroke victim treatment plan article. Okay? This is how bullshit gets created. On the one hand, humans have a tendency to feel like they need to earn something, to give something, people pleasing, in order to allow themselves to even be able to receive anything, right? There is this famous study. Was it a study? What was it? There is this example. If you ask people, would you rather have 10 grand for hard work or $1,000,000 right now for absolutely jack fucking shit? And people would, I would say, like maybe 49 at least out of 50 people would take the 10 grand for the hard work, because you all, including myself, don't know your fucking worth, okay? Y'all don't have no shit about what you're actually worthy of. And even if you have like a faint idea, there's a difference between having a faint idea and truly embodying this and knowing it and acting in goddamn alignment with it, right? So on the one hand, people, humans, have a tendency to take less than what they want because it makes them feel better if they can effort it. It makes them feel deserving. So on the one hand, you'll be willing to say no to $1,000,000 for nothing because it would make you feel better to work your ass off for a fucking breadcrumb of that million. 10,000, that's fucking nothing. You can wipe your ass with that shit. You can't even pay off your debt with this crap, most likely, right? So on one hand, you are willing to do this. You are people pleasing the living shit out of yourself for anything. But on the other hand, when it comes to your own goddamn self-improvement, which is the key to everything, which is your self-concept on an improved level is the fucking key to everything that you want. Period. End of story. No discussion. This key, all of a sudden, it's too much for you to sit on your ass and heal and purge and do the fucking work. You think it's better to just lie to yourself, to ignore yourself, to pretend that something did not happen. Why do you need to force shit? Why do you need to have it now? Why do you need the quick fixes? Why am I getting a notification while I'm talking? Oh, it's about cats. Okay, never mind. Ask yourself these questions. Why does it have to be this one motherfucking SP? Why them? Why? Why does your level of self-worth, level of understanding who you are, level of well-being, level of being or allowing the world to love you, your lovability depend on one motherfucker out there? Why does it have to be them? Why? I'm not blaming you. I'm asking you, I'm inviting you to honestly ask yourself these questions, right? There's a reason why I called this title something gimmicks, because that's what it is. It's fucking gimmicks. It's quick fixes. It's the wannabe, I don't know, Ozempic of manifestations. Yes, it can be fun. I'm not saying that affirmations are not amazing. I have used them for many, 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 many years. Right? And every now and then they plop back into my head and I'm like, oh yeah, good, I use some affirmations here. But they are just a little thing, a tiny little piece of shit in an entirely huge, massive, complex machine process being. Is there a kid? Yeah. Hi, baby. Complex thing, complex being that you are, a complex universe, complex organism. It's one tiniest little thing. Affirmations are your thoughts. Use them to get your thoughts straightened out, okay? But you gotta act then. You gotta behave like that. You gotta use them and utilize this. Same goes for thought transmission. It's fun. I love it. I still like doing it. It's always, I've never felt bad in my life once for using or noticing thought transmission. I always kind of enjoyed it, right? But I don't expect my life to be sustainable by only thought transmitting every need, every desire. Choosing quick fixes is choosing to give up. Choosing quick fixes is choosing to shit all over yourself. Choosing quick fixes and gimmicks and bullshit is essentially you telling yourself, I'm not worthy of the real deal. I don't deserve actual improvement. So I need to cling on to these little dipshit things that bring me a spark of hope and joy, always followed by a downfall, always followed by crying and wanting to give up and hating yourself and the world. But hey, you keep going for it because it's fucking addictive, right?